Happy Monday. And off to the parking lot we go. So I spent a lot of this weekend doing some research. Actually on a couple things. One is to do with our website. As I mentioned, we're working to really redo a chunk of our website just because we've launched so many features, but it's gotten to the point where the way we communicate features on the website was just overwhelming. We literally had every single feature listed out. And I noticed on our demo calls, because I still run the demo calls and sales calls right now, a lot of people didn't even bother reading through a lot of that stuff. And you should never expect anybody to really go through. I mean, if I put myself in that situation as a potential user, I would probably not read through a lot of that either. But there were certain things that were commonly being asked that I thought we had well placed. For example, some of our pricing information that is more usage-based pricing, and within the app itself, it's not the pricing for the product itself. A lot of people would ask for that. So been really digging into how we structure that, and we think we have a direction, confirming our new navigation menu as well. A lot of things that we're just going to simplify. The biggest challenge right now is the call to action, and right now our main call to action is to book a demo. But do I add a secondary call to action that doesn't really, well, it's not really a call to action, I guess it would be considered a menu item, is starting a free trial. I've seen this done in many ways, and to be frank, I should be split testing this, but our website structure isn't the best. It's built on top of Elementor with WordPress. I've heard a lot about Webflow. If you guys, or if anybody's been watching this, have any suggestion, we will be doing a major website revamp probably later this year, because we're launching something that is quite new, and I wouldn't be able to talk about it right now. But yeah, it would fundamentally shift our product offering, and it's just a good opportunity to see if there's something else out there that'll, I don't know if it's a good time or not, but we've been on the same platform for the last 3 years. Done a revamp of our website, I think 3 times now. When we first launched, that was all done by myself. Second, and then third, so we've sort of redone it 3 times already. So 3 for 3, I guess. And the other thing I spent over the weekend is just really understanding the world of content creation on YouTube. I've been sharing my videos, or plugging it in, I should really say, here and there. I've just been hanging out on Reddit. I don't know if it's the best place for me to hang out in, but I feel like I can offer some insights in that space. Just sort of thinking through how to create content. And I notice a pattern of mine when I'm starting a new project is I typically don't know what I'm doing until I get feedback. And so the only way I figure I can get feedback is if I make a bunch of shitty videos like this. So gonna see how that sort of pans out in terms of where this channel will go. But I don't know if this is even, I don't even know if this is something anybody would care for. Just sort of me sharing my thoughts right now. If you have any thoughts on how I can sort of make things a little bit more entertaining, a little bit less cringe, a little bit more valuable, without telling me to stop doing this, that'd be great. I'd love to continue to see how I can provide value. And to be honest, I've said it before, this is really to combat some of the loneliness I feel running a company, although we've got a team. Now, another tool I just learned about is called Focus Mate, which I'm going to check out. It's a, I guess, a market. I don't know, you would call it a marketplace. But anyways, it lines up two people together to allow them randomly co-work together, set a schedule, and they can co-work together. So definitely going to check that out sometime today or maybe tomorrow, because that is a big thing that I'm combating. Anyways, I'm onboarding my new sales team member today. He's starting today. I'm really excited. And I realized I don't have anything booked with him today, but I'll see him in our morning sync, which happens in about 30 minutes from now. I'm going to get some work done here in the car and then jump in on the team meet. Yeah, I'm really excited. He'll be spending his first week really understanding the product anyways. So we've got an onboarding course, I guess you could call it, for him to go through articles and videos and blogs that he can read through about the industry to get a understanding of that. And then he's going to be tagging along with me on the sales calls. So he will be joining in, and he's got a scorecard. I want him to rate me and rank me and give me feedback, so that sort of sticks with him when he's running his sales calls. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then after the team sync, I'm into the gym. Okay, so one of the things we do here to update our users is we do what we call a monthly update roundup. We talk about what's new in the company. Today we talked about a webinar that we're running, our new newsletter, and then we talked about features that we've updated. We do this every month, myself and my co-founder. And yeah, this is sort of allows us to continue to be transparent with our user base, our community. It shows that we're actively working on this and developing on not only the software, but also everything surrounding the software as well. And this is, when we first launched, we really evaluated, hey, do we want to really create a what do you call it? Not milestones, but a roadmap. And one thing that we found out early on was it's very hard. In fact, you're probably going to end up breaking a lot of promises, and we'd rather not make any promises and over deliver on what we're working on. So we don't make any promises. We just announce what we're working on. We share that with the community of our users and on our YouTube channel. We get the engagement going on that platform. So I'm not an advocate for roadmaps. I think it's ridiculously hard, especially if you're a bootstrap team. And things change. Things change so quickly that I think doing something like a roadmap is, you're bound to break so many promises, and then you're going to start building some level of distrust with your user base. So we don't do that. Instead, we do this, and our users love it. They engage with it. They see how we're active. This comes out as a newsletter. This gets featured as a little beacon that pops up on the bottom of the app with the video that they click. And typically, it's around that 8 minutes, 11 minutes long. We'll also slice it up for social as well. It's great for stories and Instagram and Facebook, where our audience lives. If you're on LinkedIn, that would be another great place. So yeah, this is, now keep in mind we're B2B. I don't know how different it would be if I were to do something for B2C, but certainly I would still find a way for, especially with, again, a bootstrap team, a smaller team. I think having the founders there or somebody in a leadership role sort of communicate with your user base is super important. Yeah, it's just sort of taking them along on the journey too. Our users love it because they feel like I've heard this so many times. They tell us they feel like they're on the ride with us. So anyways, yeah, I do this on a tool called Restream.io. It just features me and my co-founder. And you can check it out. It's on our other YouTube channel, Pebble, REI, if you wanted to watch that. But yeah, we do monthly updates, roundups on a regular cadence, and our users love it. So something that has been very powerful in terms of marketing and building trust with our community.